We are underway on Friday night footy. It's the Knights will get first use of it. Jack Hogger with the catch. They hand it off to Jacob Saifidi, who'll work it forward here. Schiller from dummy half. Comes back to Ponga. Takes him on himself. He was taken beyond the shoulders by Sam Verrills. More high contact here. It's Ponga. Sticks it right between the uprights. It is 2-0. Campbell didn't want to get caught there on the last, so he hands it off to RCG, who goes to Tino instead. And now Haas saw a space in behind Sharp. He's looking for support. Fletcher Sharp, though, with his speed, makes amends the defensive miss and brings it back to save a real situation there. Here is Cogger, comes to Sharp, who was their best option last week, and then Lucas just steps through a very easy miss by Jaden Campbell. 4 tackles gone for the Knights. Sharp finds Ponga to the outside here. Best gives it to Maju, runs to the Groot. He draws and passes. Fletcher Sharp, try-scoring 5'8" that he is, grabs the second for Newcastle. Here's Crossland for Cogger. Now Sharp leaving in traffic. Good tackle there, not stopped though by Brimson. Gets up, gives it to Cogger. Pierce Paul hands it out the back for Gagai now. Comes back midfield. Croker into space. He gets to the line. Did he get it down though?
The ball's still up and possession still maintained.
Oh, there it is.
That's a try.
Last play, chip and chase again from Tino. No, it comes back to Campbell, who looks for De Groot, sees a bit of space, back to Campbell. What a ball that was. Out to Sami, he spins, and the Gold Coast with some razzle-dazzle. 3 tackles gone. Here is Campbell, out the back there for De Groot. Cut out ball, they got them. They had to find some points off the back of this pressure. And it's Sami once again who plants it down. His second try of the game. Played eventually as Verrills comes to Fodawaker, and then Campbell, short ball there. Cleese Haas, play on, comes free, and then away from Ponga, who knocked it on. 2 plays remaining in this set. Verrills keeps it coming to the left-hand side. Campbell, Fermor out the back. Brimson, can't Pereira. Got it back to A.J. Brimson. The pass was okay, and Brimson scores.
Brimson gets the try, stays alive back on the inside. What a pass.
Ball is free there before the foot hits the turf. No question about that. That's all clear. So Frizzell playing it. That'll sort itself out in due course. Now Saifidi over the top. Here is Sharp. He can solve things with his speed through Lucas, then back to Best, puts a kick infield. Ponga on the chase. Fermor under pressure. Ponga gets to him. Fermor stays in the field of play. Verrills from dummy half. Back to Tino again. Brimson, 3-on-2. An overlap. Count Pereira. Rubbers. Brimson's there. He plants it down. The combination between Count Pereira and Brimson gives the Gold Coast the lead. Tino Fa'asuamala-Aui drawing in defenders. Cogger went infield. So did Pierce Paul. And it opened up the overlap, and the kick was absolutely perfect from Count Pereira. Des Hasler in stunned disbelief that his team has been able to come from 20 points behind to win this on the road, 24 points to 20.
We looked like we had it under control in the opening half. Where do you think it unfolded?
Simple game, isn't it? Well, I think we went. The completion rates were outstanding in the first half. 12 from 13. Had a good blend of, forwards being powerful through the middle, and then Fletcher and KP and that doing some stuff on the edges with Bradman. It was just a well-balanced half of footy. Thought our kicking game and how we set up our kick chase was good. We knew that they'd have the offloads and the shifts, but I thought we'd done a fair job to contain all that because our game cycle was energising us. We're kicking the ball well, we're defending well, you've got energy to put your attack on. And then just the back end of that half, and I took the starting middles and that off. The back end of that half, there was a couple of signs there that worried me at half time. We stopped moving on a line break. Completions went out the window. So we spoke about that at half time. But just in the second half, make 8 errors and 4 penalties with them coming out of the back end of the field. It's not rocket science.
How do you sort of explain that change, Adam? Was that is it an attitude thing? The standard slip in the second half like that? Because it was like the two halves were complete opposites.
They were. I think we're at 55% or something like that, weren't we, completions? It's ridiculous. But it's been there, so play my part in it, stick my hand up. It's something that I've got to get out of us. No doubt some of the fundamentals individuals need to hold themselves to account because it's not footy, it's not by being outlandish with the ball. We were boring with the ball because we had in the second half, because we had no energy because of the basic fundamentals and the ill discipline of the high shots. But at the end of the day, the buck stops with me. I've got to get it out of us. Whether we thought the game last week had fixed those problems that have been there all year, well, clearly they're not out of us yet. So I've got to find the answer.
I think that's what we all thought, that maybe you turned the corner last week, but I guess tonight's a step back, right? The show's got a bit more work to do, yeah?
Maybe we all thought the same. It's not a good habit to get into, just getting ahead of yourselves after one game. I'm not saying that everybody did that, but when we got off to a good lead and then, just fell in a hole that back end of the first half, start of the second. It's been embarrassing to tell you the truth.
Kaylin, what did you kind of make of how that one ended up? Obviously, it was a lot of frustration from you out there on the field.
Individual errors, discipline. I reckon that's the second half, Play 1, play 2 errors, and then play 3, play 4 penalties. Game of two halves, but at the end of the day, it's not good enough.
What about in that first half? There was obviously that really decent build of confidence. Where do you think it started to slip? Adam kind of mentioned towards the end of that second half.
I thought as a spine, as a team, as a spine, we probably got a little bit excited at the end of that first half. Started moving the ball a little bit. It would not in our structures, and then second half it's just everything just sort of compounded. To be honest, it was like one person dropped it, the next person dropped it, and we couldn't get back into a rhythm. The game was stop-start. It was pretty frustrating. Yeah, definitely.
Adam, Greg was obviously taken from the field, knee issue. Any kind of word on what's happened there?
No. Spent the last 10 minutes speaking about the game, so I haven't had a chance to talk to the medical staff.
Do you look at making changes, Adam, or what are your options? How do you try and get out of where you're at?
I don't know how many options we do have in some of the areas. The first thing I'll do is go home and watch it and then look at the part that I play in it and how I can help the ones that are there before I go executing them now. But if there's a better option there, we've got the guys playing tomorrow in New South Wales Cup. There's a better option there, then I'm at the point now where we may need to.
Do you hope to have Dom Young available next week, Adam?
I don't even know where that's at. I don't know. From all reports, he wants to come, but I don't know where it's at. I haven't spoken. No one's mentioned anything to me today about it. Naturally, game day, and I haven't spoken to anyone post-game, but it'd be handy.
You've been in this situation a few times in the past. Are you still confident you can get out of it, or are you getting a bit worried about how the season's sort of heading?
Not worried, I'm concerned. I'd like to think that there's a bit of evidence there with the guys coming back. I was never concerned when we got those forwards back. We had them for the Dolphins game. We scored 26 points. We had them. The only other game we've had them was South. Scored 30 points. So I thought that's going to take a bit of pressure off our spine having those middles back. But the errors are coming from out wide. Outside backs are making all the errors, and it's costing our middle a little bit. So I need to make sure that we're eradicating this problem. But there's enough evidence there that if we can just get that out of our game, there's some pretty good footy there. So, you know, there's probably worse problems to have, but right now it's a big one to have for me at the moment.
Callum, just on Dom Young, I mean, obviously played really good when he was here. The idea of having him back, what are your thoughts on that potentially?
It's a nice idea, isn't it? But whatever reality is right now, if he's not here, I can't really talk about it. Obviously, if he's in our colours, I'd love to have him back. But I'm not sure where that sits, like Coach said.
We haven't been told anything. It's all speculative, and apparently Roosters have told him he's free to go, but I don't know what's.
Apparently, he wants to come here, Adam. That's good news, right?
Yeah, well, I believe that, he wants to come home, and we'll welcome him with open arms, but I just, I dare say there's got to be something to be had, something's got to be done. So.
Thanks, folks. As the club's obviously been in the headlines a lot this week. What does that win do for the Tigers?
I think we'll put it all in context first. Like, headlines is something that we can't control. It's what you blokes control. But as far as win, it was quite a good win when you think about it. Like, it was a pretty tough start. I think the side had to overcome some adversity, particularly with the. We probably had some ill discipline, obviously, with the 6-1 penalty count. Sort of been down at 20-6 at half time, so we probably showed a lot of resilience. I think, something that they've been talking about and sticking at it. So from that point of view, it was a really good result for us. Also, the fact that there's been some games there that we've been in them. We came into this game on the back of 5 losses. We played some good footy in patches, but today's a good result and maybe something that we can build on going forward.
Must be pleasing for you personally as well.
How do you mean?
Well, after the headlines that come out this week.
I can't do anything about the headlines. It's just all opinion. So you just got to get on and get the job done. So I thought they did a really good job at that today.
Did you have to address it with the players at all, or
address what?
The headlines that came out and about you?
It's something that that we can't control. We don't buy into it too much. So we just get on with the job.
Even not considering the headlines, Des. I mean, the club's obviously not won a lot of games this year. How?
Probably. It's a start really. So we've got to back it up now. We start getting a few troops back as well. Like we've been down. We've been down some troops. I think most of the sides, you'll find most of the sides who haven't had their playmakers on the field regularly, so have been losing games as well. And that's just not to excuse the 5 games that we lost. But as I said, we've sort of been playing some good periods. But today was particularly for the players because they've worked so hard. I said earlier in the week at the press conference earlier in the week, they are really putting in and they are really, really working hard. So, and particularly the character show being down at 20-6 at half time at this stadium here is something that we want to build on now. We won't get carried away with it. We want to go down to Canberra, GIO, and do a job on them down there. What about this man's 100th game today? So it's a great result for him.
I know you said it's not. It doesn't matter about headlines about you personally.
Yep.
But we know what you're like. Surely you love sticking it up some people today.
No, not like that. It's not about me, mate. It's about those individuals that were playing out there today. That's the main focus, and the rest. Look, tomorrow, what's that old saying? What's the saying? It'll be what? Fish and chip? rapping tomorrow. That's a fair call, isn't it? Gee, that's a blast from the past. Yeah. Sorry?
It's the internet now, mate.
Yeah. The internet as well. You can order on the internet fish and chips.
Christina, at 20-0 down, did you feel like it might get away from you guys there in the first half?
No. I thought what we've been preparing ourselves the last 5 weeks, obviously we haven't got the wins, but we've been working really hard to keep improving, and we're confident at half-time that if we stay in it, we can get these guys, and I'm just fortunate enough that the boys kept working hard and we got the chocolates today.
Some of the young fellas really putting in a big effort, Phil Summy and the halves, obviously Jaden back. What can you say about what they brought out onto the field?
Phil Summy young? I don't know about that. No, I thought they were very good. I thought Loffy played really well today. I thought he'd done his job, but like Des said, it's just a start. We'll enjoy it, but then we've got to go back to training, really work hard and make sure that each player on the field are getting their jobs right during the week and then on game time. So, happy for them, but it's just a start. We've got to work so hard.
To have a game, high stress like that at 150, you're sort of, with heaps under your belt, you kind of would have liked, I guess, an easier time of things out there, or is that sort of exciting game kind of a satisfying way to bring up 150?
I'm just glad we got the win. No, didn't really care the way it went, if it was hard or gritty. I love all the football, so I love playing rugby league, and I'm just glad that we got the win today.
Cool. Thank you very much. Kieran Ford back next week.
Very good chance. Yeah.
The idea was to play him as a 14. Apparently, is that still the plan with Kieran?
Sorry?
To play him as a 14 rather than the halves.
We'll just sort of throw it into the mix there, but he's got to get past some fitness tests that first, coming back from his rupture. But he's certainly in the frame. Yeah.
Do you feel like that's the sort of result that can turn your season around, Des? I mean, back like he did in the second half.
It's a key player.
No, I'm saying today's game. Do you think that's the sort of result that can turn your season around potentially?
Yeah, it's a start. It's a good start. A really good start considering where we were at half time and what they had to do and what they had to overcome.